social media. Let us be much more accommodating. Let us be much more tolerant. Teach our younger ones on how to accommodate each other as we go into nation building. Luckily, we are in a space where the present government, in a way, has been quite different from the last government, because the last government was too harsh on the criticisms, was too harsh on those in opposition. There's a lot of persecution, there's a lot of detention, there's a lot of hard stance. I am a survivor of the last government. I know what I went through. And for those of you who are here, and as I'm speaking on nation building, and I'm speaking on my life so far, I cannot end without talking the issue which all of you want to talk about or think about. The issue of the 400 million naira. I want to tell Nigerians that there was no issue of 400 million naira missing everywhere. The truth is that the money that was provided by the last president, the PDP president, the government there, was then well in advance, well ahead of the campaigns. It had nothing to do with campaign money. It had nothing to do with security money. It was money that was provided to douse the tension of security and insurgency. Right now, this present government is even focused on the issue of handling this, the security issue, on insurgency. They've sent a team to the US. They're doing some other things in Nigeria. There are people that are helping them. There are people that are doing what they're doing and doing media dissemination of information. So, I mean, it's not because anybody loses an election that you get to victimize them on Trump-up charges. In court, we've been able to show to the whole world that the money was actually given to me as part of, as the main man in a team led by the former BOT chairman, Chief Tony Amini. There were people in the presidency that were involved. There were people in the academy. There were professors that were involved, and there were other people in the media that were involved. We had a track record, and we submitted the report. I remember the present senior president telling me that even the former president was shocked that I presented a report and was commending me on how transparent what I did was. I do remember that when we're talking about this issue, well ahead of the campaign before it went through, there were a lot of people that were involved. Maybe some of them, for some reason, because of what was happening, they didn't want to say a lot. There were people who were governors then, they were in the room when we discussed the issue of the Boko Haram, insurgency, what they were doing to the image of the government. And they set up the team that I should engage on the task and work on it with people in the presidency and work on it with other leaders of the country and make sure that without attention, to show that the former president was not involved in sponsoring Boko Haram and that the security challenges that we had then were not entirely his own problem. And this was what we did, and we did it very well. And I'm proud that I was part of that team, and I led that team, and we did it very well. And for record purposes, that was not the first time that we did that. I had done that under the former President Obasanjo when we did the issue of increase of the fuel price. I did it under Yar'Adua as well, and that's in the tension in the Southeast when I was National Vice Chairman. But the truth is that as I'm getting to 60, I have forgiven everyone. I have forgiven those that were involved. I've forgiven the judge. I've forgiven the EFCC. I've forgiven some of the media that were used for media trial. I've forgiven the key actors, prosecutors. I've forgiven everyone. And I want us to move ahead. I thank God for my life. If God forgives me my sins and has let me live 60 years, in spite of all the challenges that I've faced, why can't I forgive people? I've forgiven all those, and I've moved ahead, and I've forgiven it. Thank you, and may God bless us. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let us accommodate one another and imbibe the spirit of tolerance and forbearance. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, do you guys have questions? Okay. Your name and media house, please. Okay. You just keep it brief.
Okay.
Right.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Ndubisi Oji. I work for the Sony Super. Congratulations on your 60th birthday. I will start by asking Are we expecting you back on the political scene anytime soon? That is one. Then two, what is your take on the state of Nigerian opposition? Your former party, where you played a key role when the party was in government, is going through a very difficult time, which many have said that if we're not managed, we eclipse the party completely. Then finally, the National Assembly in the next couple of days will be voting on a new constitution. What are those things you want to see as part of the constitutional review process? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. First, will I play politics again? Will I join politics again? This birthday that we're talking. So we're discussing about my birthday, what God has done for me, and the political space. But I can assure you that I'm very active in the political space. And immediately after my birthday, it will be obvious to everyone that I am participating in this democracy, and I've taken a deep interest at a different level, but of course at a very high level, in working, making sure that we develop democracy in this country. Then on the issue of the constitution, with the greatest respect, I happen to be one of those who have not been very confident, very positive on the issue of constitutional amendment. Every single session of the National Assembly keeps on doing media amendment, constitutional amendment, and at the end of the day, we do not get to the end of it. I have heard people talk about state creation. I don't know with the constitution as presently written and what we have on ground. How do we get to do this state creation? We had opportunities in the past to do that. I don't want to comment on the constitutional amendment because it's a tall order. It can only happen if the executive has one hand with the legislature, and you have the cooperation of 2/3 of the states. What do I want to see in the constitutional amendment? I pray for a situation that will have a new set of limitation for those in government. If it is possible for our country to move forward, we can propose a situation where we have one tenure for each executive, 5 or 6 years for each executive, and then it can be done on zonal basis. We prefer a democracy where we have election of the presidency of Nigeria to be done to rotate on a rotational basis among the 6 geopolitical zones, and not north and south, but southwest, north central, south-south, northeast, southeast, northwest. On that basis, if we do that, it will help in nation building. It will help in accommodation. It will help in the tolerance. If everybody knows that someday, some point, they will get to the presidency of the country. Thank you.
Thank you.
In the state of opposition,
Okay.
we have the state of opposition.
The state of the opposition.
With reference to your party, the former party, the PDP.
Well, I think that the PDP has survived the pressures, the challenges that they have. They have really done well in doing that. We need a credible opposition in this country. We need the PDP to rise up, to be much more forward in the way they are doing their opposition. As long as it is based on the policies and the programs of their government. I think when I was spokesperson of the opposition, my PDP then really rose up to the occasion. We held the government accountable on issues of their policies, on issues of their programs, and Nigerians were happy. So I want to encourage the opposition parties, not only the PDP, the Labour Party, the ADC, the YPP, all the parties that they have, to rise up and hold the government accountable in terms of the policies and programs. That is the only way that the democracy can thrive very well, and we can get the people in government to perform a lot better. You see, I want to say something. When I was in opposition, and when I was in as National Publicity Secretary and we're in power, there was nobody that I made press releases against, and I spoke out against more than then Senator Bola Tinubu, because we identified him as the arrowhead of the then opposition, and we made a lot of statements against him. So I was really, really shocked when I had my travels, when it was the same Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu that I fought against, that reached out to me and my family to get interested in my health, in my well-being, and to assure me about hope in life then. It taught me a lot of lessons. It taught me the spirit of tolerance. It taught me the spirit of forbearance. And I think that leaders should be encouraged to imbibe that spirit, whether in or out of office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
All right.
From the afternoon, come forward.
Okay.
Your name and the media house.
Good afternoon, sir. Congratulations on your 60th birthday.
Thank you.
My name is Amaka Okoro. You talked about holding government accountable. Now, on the security situation right now that the country is facing, so the kind of Tinubu has always been your friend. Do you support this back and forth over whether to, get foreign help to help us with the state of our security right now?
I think that the issue of security it affects every single person. It's not our leaders that war with the insurgents. It's the entire country. So I want to encourage all Nigerians to get interested on this issue of security. We all have a role to play. Information, collaborating with the security agencies, giving information, and as well as not being accommodating to those that want to cause problems amongst ourselves. I think the security situation can be improved if, as the government has stated, if we allow every single person that wants to help us. If anybody wants to help on the issue of helping the country by giving equipment or giving things to the security, I mean, it should be, or intelligence, it should be well accepted, and it will help the nation in achieving their aim.
Thank you. Thank you very much. ABS.
All right.
Okay.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
I am Princess Ekwe Ajuda of the Anambra Broadcasting Service. When you were talking, you said you were talking about having problems in the leap year, but I know that you were not born on 29th February. So do you think there's something that brings about negativity, that brings negativity towards you during leap year? Thank you.
Well, that's a very important question. That's a very important question, because I've looked at it, I've been wondering why. But I must say something. At each time that I have challenges on a leap year, I have it like leap year, then immediately after the next one, for the next 20 years, God leads me to a different stage in my life. So I think it's the way that God has prepared my stay, and I have accepted it. The most important thing, like I've said, is at this point, for me to play more active role in what is happening to the undeserved, the less fortunate, the people who are less fortunate. Now I'm celebrating my birthday, 60 years on earth. And I'm not doing a party where you have 30 years whiskey or doing everything. I've had a modest lifestyle. I've lived in this house for the last 22 years. My house in the village, I've lived on it since 1998. I'm a man of modest means. But I've chosen to celebrate my birthday with those that really matter. We are providing for the widows. We are providing for those who are physically disabled. We are providing for the aged. We are providing for old priests We are providing for other people who have not been fortunate to have money to start their businesses. We are starting skill acquisition, we are doing artisans. We are providing for those that are inmates in prison. I've done borehole in the prison. I'm doing skill acquisition. We are commissioning everything in this month on my birthday. So these are things I want to focus on. I want to focus on playing a part in the lives of people, in the lives of Nigerians. At the end of the day, it will be what have you done for people. Like God said, what have you done? What role have you played? The role that we should play is not a role that at the end of the day, we will count how many cars or how many houses that we have, but how many people have we affected their lives? What meaningful ways have we helped ourselves? Love thy neighbor is the law of the country, of the Lord. What have you done to enhance that? It's not by accumulating wealth. Those in power, it's not by accumulating wealth. Those that in businesses, it's not about showing off, it's not about accumulating wealth. It's about helping one another. So I preach love to our fellow people. Let us help our citizens. Let us help our own brothers. Thank you.
Thank you. So we just have time for 2 more questions because of, I'm sure you guys are also busy. So you have a question? Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So can you comment on the conviction of Nnamdi Kanu and its implication in terms of peace and the feel of the Southeast?
The issue of Nnamdi Kanu is very interesting because Nnamdi Kanu has been my friend. When I had my journey in 2016, when I was first arrested, I was in Kuje prisons when they brought in Nnamdi Kanu, and we became quite close with my family. When he came out, we were quite close. When I was going through my travels, Nnamdi Kanu gave me a lot of support. When I was convicted, he spoke out against it. So much so well. A lot of radio broadcasts that he did was against my conviction. So when it was his turn, I tried to speak out. But then with this new government, I tried to engage. We tried to engage. And we have engaged before. And we're still engaging. And hopefully, by the grace of God, what we're doing in private will yield fruit. It is not something, you don't handle such issues by speaking out or making noise in the press. It's by engaging those in authority. And we're really, really working hard. And hopefully we will use this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other question? Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for coming. And to Olisa Metu, happy birthday in advance. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you guys will just give us a moment. Get your